I will remember them.
On the eve of Anzac Day 2015, the art of remembrance was unveiled on St. David's Church, the Soldiers' Memorial Church. Thousands of individual brass artworks in the form of a quatrefoil, each the size of a soldier's hand outstretched, represent the New Zealand soldiers and nurses who served in the Great War.
No one in Christchurch thought there was going to be a major earthquake. The consequences of those events have been felt not only in Christchurch but right across New Zealand in terms of the impact on building owners. What does that mean for St David's? It means that they have to act. A plan has to be formed to bring that building's strength up to a higher standard.
In December 2014, the doors of St David's were closed. After nearly a century of service, this great church building and monument of national significance is at risk of demolition.
So the quatrefoil was in my childhood in St David's. It was in the pews, it was overhead, it was small, it was large, it was in the stained glass windows. 3/4 of my paintings are quatrefoils. It has through it a Greek heterodox cross, and it has 4 circles on that, and it forms a feminine cruciform.
Hundreds of volunteers, businesses and institutions have devoted tens of thousands of hours to bring the art of remembrance into being. People of all cultural backgrounds have worked together for this common cause.
It was a project that involved the integration of art and architecture, a wonderful building, a really important building in Auckland, and a very significant New Zealand artist of international repute as well. So the two coming together for us was just something very exciting, and we just felt we had to be involved. Of course, there were some quite challenging problems to solve. How do you fix the quatrefoil to the church? Do you fix them directly? Do you support them independently? What's the density? How do you stop them falling off? What about the wind? What about lightning? There's all these factors that we had to grapple with.
It was just 8 weeks later that the installation of more than 6,000 Max Gimblett remembrance artworks were unveiled. The culmination of the exhibition was the presentation of a remembrance quatrefoil to New Zealand's only Gallipoli VC, Lieutenant Colonel Cyril Bassett, by Corporal Willie Apiata VC. The process of lowering the remembrance quatrefoils, cleaning and preparation for distribution, and archivally filling the hundreds of holes in the brick walls of St David's is another feat of volunteering.
The art of remembrance is unique in the history of New Zealand art. Never before has abstract art caught people's imaginations so widely.
And the remembrance quatrefoils, some weather-beaten, have taken flight, with remembrance quatrefoils going to homes from Kaitaia to Invercargill, Singapore to London, Los Angeles to Paris. St David's has important roles to serve for the next century, as a memorial, as a church, and as a place of community and connection for all New Zealanders.
My paintings exist to raise the spirit in the community and make for a better community.
I will remember them.
I will remember them.